what you know about me.
When I was working at Con, the brands, we basically were saying, if you won a Con Lion award as a brand or whatever, an agency, it's equivalent to $1 million in new revenue just from the exposure that you would get. That was a stat back in like 2013, bro. So how did your career change when you actually got that stamp? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm Adweek top creative. I won a Con Lions. Like, how did your career change and what opportunities presented itself as a result of it?
I mean,
like, was it like overnight? Like, soon as you won it, like it was like lit.
nah, yeah,
tomorrow.
I think that happens to people though. Like, for instance, you know what I'm saying? Like, I have a friend of mine who worked on a project, and then he got like #2 best copywriter in Europe, like on the One Show Awards like list, you know, which is kind of like rivals rankings to a certain extent, which I'm like, that's funny. But then you start getting calls, you start getting, you know, you start getting job offers and things like that. For me, it didn't really happen overnight. I think a lot of the work I did with Adidas, like everyone saw it, but no one knew I was doing it. So it was kind of like, you know, coming off the back of winning the, you know, getting the Adweek 100 and, you know, being a judge, you know, in the Cannes Lion Awards. I was on the outdoor jury last year, you know what I'm saying? Which as you know, very rare for a Black person.
Congrats too, bro.
I was really getting, you know, like I spoke with Simon Cook and he pulled me aside. He's a CEO of Cannes Lions, you know, super good dude.
Yeah.
He pulled me aside and he was like, how do I not know you? And I'm like, yeah, that's a good question. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think it just started to open doors for me in the conversation. And I'm thankful to be in a place now where it's like, I don't know if I'm making another resume at this point, you know? And so I'm if you compare that with where we started the conversation, when I'm sending out 1,000, you know, 1,000 job, you know, LinkedIn, you know, job applications a month, I'm very far from that. So I'm very thankful for that. But it wasn't like an overnight thing. It just kind of happened. And now I realize like, oh, okay, that's not really what they're judging me on now.